We are so glad that you are here with us this morning on this beautiful, beautiful captain-gale. Thank you so much for coming. I know that it was a long trip for some of you, maybe longer for some than for others, but we're so glad that you're here, and we're so glad that you have brought all of your questions, your burning, burning questions, to ask our head Dofus developer. You know him, you love him. It's Lichen.
Woo!
Make some noise! Come on!
I can't, I have the camera.
Thank you very much. And of course we have my wonderful co-host here, who is
Hello.
from Wakfu. I'm sorry, how do your players call you in Wakfu? I didn't
So they call me Bikotoru or Biko.
Okay,
It's just shorter.
right on. And is that okay, or should they...
It's okay.
Okay, right on. We probably should have worked this out before we actually started, but you know. I like to handle things off the cuff, you know, do a little improv. So, okay, I have just a couple of announcements before we get to the questions, since you're all here, you're all looking at me with your wonderful, wonderful faces. And I just wanted to make sure that everybody knows that at the information booth, right outside here, there are English guides to the convention that are available. There were some people who didn't find out yesterday. It's okay, but if you want to do the quest, which is very important because the quest means prizes, you will want to do that, and you will want to have an English convention guide. So just ask, don't worry, they know what you're asking for. Don't feel embarrassed or awkward, it's fine. So make sure you get one of those, because you will need to make sure to do that if you want to get your prize or go into the mine. And the mine is quite an experience, as I have been told by a few of the people who have already experienced it. I haven't, but I'm told it's fantastic, so I know you're going to love it, because you'll love it. Also, what was the other thing I was going to say? Oh yeah, if you're here for Dofus, of course, make sure to visit us in the very back of behind the GAR, the station, so that you can fight the Dofus bosses. That's where I will be for most of the day. If you have questions or problems, or just want to ask me for a picture or something, I mean, you know, if you want a picture, it's okay. Just come on up and say hi. I will greet you with open arms, and, you know, we'll have a great time. And let's see, was there something else that I wanted? Maybe I should have made some notes. It's a little bit different up here on the stage, you know, when the lights are shining, you're like, ooh. But, no, I think that's it. If you run into problems, just let me know. And now we're going to get to the questions so I can stop babbling. Okay. We have our wonderful and beautiful assistant out in the audience, Troil, as you may know him from Wakfu. And if you listen to the Inside Ankama podcast back in the day, you know him very well. And he is going to be bringing the microphone to you as you ask your questions. Oh, I know, right? I wanted to make sure that we got 3 big questions out of the way first, because I know that everybody wants to know about these 3 things, okay? Number 1, Feka update, okay? I know you want it. I know you can't wait for it. It's nearly done. We think that we're probably going to be releasing it very soon. Not with the Stritches update, because that's already finished and in the game. We're just going to switch it on. But we are going to be releasing it soon. 2, Zeller update. We don't know yet. Okay, no ETA at this time. It is being worked on. It will happen. We're sorry. We know you really want it very badly, but we're just going to have to wait. And 3, Inter-Server Coliseum. Yeah! It was going to be in beta at the end of last year, but we ran into some more problems, so we still have no ETA of that at this time. So I hope that that gets a couple of the most basic ones out of the way for right now. All right, Troil, are you ready? Does anybody out there have a question for our magnificent head developer? Don't be shy. Troil doesn't bite, neither does Lichen, and you know, I only sizzle, so it's okay. Yeah, okay. Right there.
Is this working? Yeah, it is. Before you ask your question, I will ask you to just give us your nickname and maybe where you come from. I think that would be interesting for us.
Yeah!
Okay, my nickname is Uusimene, so you probably don't understand it. And I'm from Rosal. And I have a couple questions from Imps Village. Most of the ones I got from there got already answered. But one question was, when are they going to nerf the French players?
A good question. They are very OP.
Yeah, we don't need an answer for that, but there's a serious one as well. Which Dofus will get the facelift after Crimson Dofus? And maybe be available through a quest.
Alors je suis désolé, je vais répondre en français. Il n'y a pas de planning défi pour l'instant sur l'ordre de sortie de la refonte de chaque Dofus. Le prochain.
At this time, sorry, my French is a little rusty, so we're going to go slow. At this time, they have not yet planned for which Dofus will be revamped.
Le prochain, c'est le Dofus pourpre, bien entendu.
The next one is, of course, the Crimson.
Ensuite, pour les autres, on n'a pas encore défini à la fois la modification des bonus qu'on va apporter sur ces Dofus, ni la méthode d'obtention. On a déjà beaucoup d'idées sur quelle mécanique on va utiliser pour leur nouvelle méthode d'obtention, mais comme c'est pas arrêté, on préfère pas communiquer dessus pour l'instant.
So they have not yet decided the exact mechanic that they're going to use for the next Dofus that has been updated. So we had the quest before, and they just haven't decided what exactly they're going to use to update the next Dofus. I'm sorry, maybe I didn't explain that correctly. If anybody has any questions about the answer to the question, just, let me know. But basically, they haven't decided which way the new reformatted Dofus will be given out. So once that's decided, then they'll be able to make a decision about which Dofus it will be.
Ce que je pourrais ajouter, c'est que l'an dernier, avec notre décision de ne pas rendre les Dofus liés définitivement, c'est ce qui va nous permettre, nous autoriser à distribuer des Dofus via des mécanismes de jeu très spécifiques.
They really want to make sure that the Dofuses are being given out in a very specific manner and via a very specific mechanism. And so that needs to be defined before the next revamp.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Right here.
Over there.
Thank you. I'm Spinal Cuba from Dark Flood, and my question was, how much divine dimensions are they gonna make in the end? Only 4 or more?
Alors, pour cette année, nous aurons 4 dimensions divines. On aimerait bien forcément ajouter toutes les dimensions divines, mais c'est pas possible sur une échelle de temps d'une seule année. Donc on va aussi voir comment la communauté apprécie ou continue d'apprécier les nouvelles dimensions divines qu'on va ajouter, pour voir si on continue après cette année d'ajouter éventuellement occasionnellement une dimension divine supplémentaire.
Okay, so this year we'll only be adding 4 because there's a limit to how many that we can add in a year. But the plan is to continue adding dimensions next year, and hopefully, if the community continues to enjoy this areas of the divine dimensions, we would like to be able to add one for every god. But we're going on the community's feedback and response. If you guys still like it, then we would like to add them all eventually.
Et dans tous les cas, il faut s'attendre à ce que si on les ajoute, si on décide de toutes les ajouter, ça prenne plusieurs années, je pense 3 ou 4 ans peut-être.
So if we do wind up adding them all, it will probably take somewhere between 2 to 3 years before they're all finished.
Okay, and I read somewhere that it is possible to get Dofus via treasure hunting. Is that true?
No.
No, actually. Yet.
Not yet, folks. You heard it here first.
And I don't remember the last question.
Well, it's okay. You can. I'm sure you'll get another chance. Don't worry. Great question. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dark Vlad.
Alright, I'm Captain-gale from Rushu, and on the subject of defined dimensions, will they all have like a 100, 150 and 200 area?
Alors pour l'instant, on ne prévoit pas d'avoir des zones dans les dimensions divines qui descendent en dessous du niveau 100. Tout simplement parce que le concept des dimensions divines est un peu plus compliqué. Donc pour nous, ça s'adresse déjà à des joueurs qui comprennent un peu les bases du jeu.
If I understand correctly, you're saying that you're planning to perhaps have some areas that are for even lower than... No? Other way around. I'm sorry, my bad. They're not planning to have stuff that's necessarily for lower level players at the moment because... I'm sorry, one more time?
Dans les dimensions divines, le concept des dimensions divines est un peu trop compliqué pour les personnages de trop bas niveau.
So because the concept of the divine dimension is a little bit too complicated for lower level players, it's sort of a hardcore area. Therefore, we're not looking at any dungeons that are lower than level 100.
Actuellement, on a une zone de niveau 100, une zone de niveau 150 et une zone de niveau 200. On va rester sur du contenu compris entre le niveau 100 et 200, mais entre les deux, avec les nouvelles dimensions, on va essayer d'ajouter du contenu à des niveaux différents.
Okay, so they'll continue to have areas for level 100, level 150, and level 200, and maybe some content for the levels in between? Okay. Yes.
Okay, and
Sweating a little up here, you guys.
are there any plans to change the two-handed weapon system and shields?
The two-handed weapon system. Le système de Duna pour
Oui, on n'est pas très satisfait du fonctionnement du système arme à une main, arme à deux mains. Donc on aimerait bien revoir entièrement le fonctionnement même des boucliers.
They're not satisfied with the two-handed weapon system right now and the system of the shields. So in the future, they would like for it to change.
Idéalement, on aimerait bien qu'il y ait un vrai choix pour le joueur, un choix pertinent entre est-ce que je joue avec une arme à une main, est-ce que je joue avec une arme à deux mains, est-ce que je joue avec une arme à une main et un bouclier.
At the moment, it doesn't offer some real choices. You choose when you're choosing between, there's very little actual choice between a two-handed weapon versus a one-handed weapon and a shield, because it's not very used. The shields aren't very much used, so it's not really a choice. It's not really a pertinent choice. It's just it's very unsatisfying.
On a déjà commencé à travailler, à réfléchir sur cette problématique. Ça demande juste énormément de travail pour ne pas déséquilibrer trop le jeu actuel. Ce qu'on aimerait permettre, c'est par exemple d'utiliser les boucliers dans les combats contre les monstres, de les rendre utiles. Et il y a juste énormément de travail pour arriver à quelque chose d'équilibré.
The issue is, of course, that it's an enormous amount of work to rebalance all of these items, especially, for example, if we want to make shields available for use in monster fights. There's simply an enormous amount of work that has to be done before that can be completed. So basically, the answer is, hopefully, we're not sure when we're going to be able to get around to it, because there's just a lot that has to be done.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for your question.
Should I stand up? Okay. I'm B. Ryan from the server Rushu. Should I just ask my question now?
Please, go ahead.
Okay. I just wanted to know, so pets fell out of favor a while ago due to mounts and pets mounts now. And there have been updates, to make them a little bit more useful or to, combat that, but they're still really unused compared to Drago turkeys. Is there going to be an update at all to make the pets more, I guess, valuable or more viable as compared to the Drago turkeys?
Alors c'est un peu compliqué parce que l'avantage normalement des familiers par rapport aux dragons d'Inde, c'est la possibilité de pouvoir facilement changer de familier.
It's complicated because at the moment, the advantage of pets is that you can easily swap them out, as opposed to Drago turkeys, where you have to go to a paddock if you want to change your stats. I'm sorry, is somebody saying something back there? Did somebody... Can we... Okay. Sorry, I thought someone was trying to interject. Like, no, objection! I have found a way to swap out my Drago turkeys at will, so you're wrong. Sorry.
Cependant, on est bien conscient que c'est parfois pas suffisant. On constate comme vous que les montures sont généralement privilégiées par rapport aux familiers. Et donc on essaie d'améliorer la situation. On a commencé à créer des familiers avec des bonus qui n'existent pas sur les montures. On a ajouté, il y a quelques années déjà, les bonus des zones de prédilection. Il y a encore beaucoup de travail à faire, mais encore une fois, c'est très difficile d'améliorer les familiers sans risquer d'apporter de nouveaux déséquilibres.
So they've tried to make pets a little bit more interesting by giving pets some bonuses that are not available on Drago turkeys, and by using the system of the favorite area where pets can have even better bonuses than Drago turkeys. But it's very difficult to find other ways that they can become an interesting choice without just making them exactly like Drago turkeys. D'accord.
Okay. I wanted to know about, a question came up yesterday with some of the international players. During the quests for the Frozen Lake, it